Perfect. So once again, welcome everyone to tonight's opportunity and product presentation of Jeunesse Global. So my name is Fabian, and within the next, let's say like 45 to 50 minutes, I would like to show you a little bit more about the whole history of Jeunesse, the history of the company, and of course, what's in it for you if we start all together in the UK building that business. So I'm 35 years old. I'm coming to you live out of Germany right now. And I learned about the industry actually first time like 13 years ago when I was studying. I studied sports. I'm happily married. That's my wife, what you can see here on the picture. And yeah, I know I'm a very lucky man. I know that. And so we met actually in 2006. So way after I studied sports. So it's a coincidence that there are so many people working in the sport industry who later on come to network marketing. But so I heard first of it, I heard almost 13 years ago when I was at university. I was always looking for opportunities, building something part-time and using something what's called leverage. Because I knew I can work and spend or pay my, get paid by time. Like I give 1 hour, I get a certain amount. Or I heard about using leverage, like having the possibility to build something and get a share of the whole volume I produced. That sounded more interesting to me. So I started part-time when I was studying and made enough euros, like 400 to 500 euros as a part-time business. And my colleagues on the university, they all were working like 40 to 50 hours part-time. I was working 10, making the same money. So that was actually my first impression of network marketing. But I didn't follow through with that. So actually my dream was of becoming a personal trainer. So I became a personal trainer. I built my own business. I became self-employed. And after being self-employed for a while, I found out as a self-employee, you actually have more money, obviously, but there is one little catch. If I don't work, my income doesn't work. If I'm on vacation, my income was on vacation. And if I was sick, my income was sick. So it was time to find a different solution. And that was the first time I actually thought about becoming a business owner for real. So my wife and me, we left Germany. She's from Czech Republic, by the way, but we used to live in Germany together. We left Germany in 2006 and we moved to Canary Islands, to Spain. And I know I was on an island where a lot of British people are every year. It's Tenerife. So we used to build our first own gyms. So we had 2 gyms after 8 years on Canary Islands. We've built a whole classical entrepreneurship, let's call it like that. So we built 2 gyms, a catering service, a personal trainer academy. And finally, we were at the position of being business owners. And first time in our lives, we're not working anymore in the business, because when you build a business, you're in the business day in, day out, from morning to nighttime. And after a few years, we finally could work on the business. And it was a great time living on that beautiful island. Everything worked out very well until in 2009, financial crisis came. 2011, we felt it on Canary Islands for the first time. But 2013, we had 33% unemployed people on the island. It was a horrible situation. We lost a lot of clients, and we had to terminate a lot of contracts of our employees as well. So we had to go back to be in the business from 7 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock in the nighttime, 6 days a week. Sundays, only half the time. And we're looking for opportunities. Where can we find now an opportunity building part-time with a little time, with a little spare time we have, and build a new business from scratch? And it was very hard. Now, I actually thought there is no business out there. I heard about franchising. You have a system which is in place, but how can you build leverage? And then we heard about network marketing. And as soon as we looked into it, we're like thinking, from the point of view of a business owner, that's almost the perfect business model if you work it correctly and if you really go pro in that business. So we started part-time, still going with our gyms, spending each hour we had free to build that other business. So a few months later, actually, we sold our gyms. We went back to Germany and we've built the business here from scratch. And that's exactly 3.5 years ago. And on 1st of June 2015, we heard about the company Jeunesse. We joined Jeunesse, and since then we could build a team of more than 17,000 people in right now over more than 53 countries. And yeah, it all resulted in a volume of a turnover volume of more than €1 million a month. And if I look back, I was once in a situation like 3.5 years ago when I watched an online presentation like you do today. So I would like to invite you just to be open, have a look at it, and take a decision afterwards if Jeunesse, if network marketing is for you. I can guarantee you, if you take that decision and you take it serious, it's an amazing business model. It's a lot of fun. And I can just say the last 1.5 years were the best 1.5 years of my whole life so far. All right, let's dive into the business presentation. Jeunesse has a mission statement. So just in one phrase to tell you what Jeunesse is all about. The Jeunesse family creates positive impact in the world by helping people look and feel young while empowering each other to unleash our potential. That's the mission statement. That's actually what we do. It all starts with the founders. The founders are Randy Ray and Wendy Lewis. So you can see here on the left side. And both of them are very well known in the in entrepreneurship in the North America, because Randy actually created his first business. He's built his first business in his mid-20s. And that times he actually won the competition from NASA, and NASA was looking for a young startup company. Back in the days, I think they even haven't had the word startup. But they were looking for a young software company who could write a certain program to help them shooting spaceships and satellites into the space. And he won that competition. So he became actually the exclusive contractor of NASA. So for a few years, he wrote that programs. He sold more than $3 billion in hard and software to that to the NASA. And when he was 35, he sold his whole company to them. He sold his patent, and actually he was done already regarding only, if you would say money is everything, you could say, okay, he had everything. But as he was an entrepreneur, he is an entrepreneur. It's always, if you have the heart of an entrepreneur, you always look for opportunities. You always continue to build. So he's built several different companies. In one company, he actually wrote planning and calculations and databases for doctors, for physicians and hospitals. So later on, he met his current wife, or his now wife, sounds better, Wendy Lewis, and she was a former customer who was so good in mathematics that she always found little mistakes in programming what his IT guys did. So, but she was so good that they became business partners, built businesses together, later on married, and she brought Scott with her, and Scott is the son, Scott Lewis, of Wendy. So both of them in the direct sales industry, what we're talking about today, are very well known. Wendy was nominated twice as one of the top 5 women in the whole direct sales industry. So pretty interesting. So how did it come that actually that company was built only 7 years ago? And in that high age they have right now, like almost 70, how do you build a company again and make it so big? And you will see how big Jeunesse is in a few minutes. Randy, here on the left, he had knee problems. So he went to his doctor, and his doctor said, Randy, you need a knee replacement, but we need to push it as far back as we can. I have a friend, and that friend is called Dr. Nathan Newman, and he's the worldwide leader in stem cell technology. So that person actually developed a special treatment what makes it possible to save your cartilage for a few more years. Here's how it works. He became famous overnight after like 20 years of studying in stem cell technology, because he created a treatment which is called the stem cell lift. He's actually a plastic surgeon and a dermatologist, and he has his clinic in Beverly Hills, right in the mecca of beauty. And what he created is a treatment where you take stem cells out of the belly fat, he puts in a centrifuge system and isolates the stem cells. And then he injects the stem cells, like the own stem cells of his patients, and injects them underneath their skin. So what happened is that the skin, instead of becoming older, it became younger. Sounds crazy, but that's how it is. You can Google it. Just look for Dr. Nathan Newman, and in example type post-cancer reconstruction. Amazing results. So he injected stem cells to cancer patients who lost a lot of tissue in their faces. It recovered completely. Amazing technology. Same thing obviously works with the knee and cartilage as well. So that's why Randy went there. So as he was doing the treatment, both of them get along very good. They were talking about stem cell technology, and Nathan Newman was telling him what he all figured out, what he all discovered when he was studying on it. And he was telling about a serum he was selling in his clinic. And he said, you know, actually, I found out when I was doing the studies on stem cells and how they duplicate, there's something what's called a growth factor. And like the discovery of growth factors actually won a Nobel Prize back in the 80s. And he said, if there would be a possibility to just extract that growth factor, which is kind of the language of the cells, and I could put it in a serum, that would actually have almost a similar result. So the skin would become younger instead of becoming older for a while. And then he found out how he has to do it. And that one was the serum he was selling in his clinic. So Randy said, okay, it sounds very complicated. Just tell me one thing. If I apply it on my skin, so my skin will get younger and better? He said, yes. Okay, I buy it. He bought it, gave it his wife. She tried it out for 6 weeks, had amazing results, came back, and both said, listen, I was asked like 18 times within the last 2 weeks what I have done to my face, if I met a plastic surgeon, if I had Botox, if I used whatever treatment. And I always said, it's a serum. And everybody asked me, where can I buy it? Tell me the truth, Nathan. I mean, that's amazing. Everybody want to have it. How much of these serums are you selling a month? And he said, yeah, right now about 40. And both of them said, okay, that's crazy. Listen, we work since years in the direct sales industry. Actually, one of the things we did after we worked with the hospitals and the physicians and everything, we created plans, compensation plans for network marketing companies. We help them to create back offices. So that's an industry what's all about leverage. If we show you how you will sell 40,000 instead of 40 a month, do we have business? And he said, yes. That's how it all started, because of a product. And Jeunesse did a lot of things great. One of the things they did was immediately they said, hey, we need to go a different way. We need to go global. We need to build a global platform all over the world, because to be honest, times have changed. Right now, you can do a webinar, you can do a Skype, you can do a Zoom, you can just call people all over the planet, and you can connect with them. So what we need to do if we want to build a business, we need to make it possible that if you are in the UK, if you are in Florida, if you are in Germany, in Italy, you know people from all over the world. So you need to have the possibility to build a business from wherever you are, but you need to be able to spread it out to the world. And right now, Jeunesse is in 156 plus countries. Each month we add 1 to 2 new countries to it, which have warehouses, logistics in place, everything's done. You can work from home in these countries. And later on, when we talk about the business model, that will be very important. So if you look at the sales development of Jeunesse Global, that's so impressive. Jeunesse started in the first year in 2009, like 7 years ago, 30 million just in the first year. Second year, 65, 127, 256, 418. Means each year they doubled their sales revenue. Each year they doubled it up. Until in 2015, Jeunesse made, as the first company ever in the history of direct sales and network marketing, more than $1 billion in just one single year. And no company has ever done it in the history of more than 120 years of network marketing. But to be honest, there are some companies, obviously, who reached that. And I want to name some. In example, Apple. In example, Google. In example, Microsoft. In example, Facebook. These are companies who made it possible to make more than $1 billion a year within their first 5 to 7 years of existence. But again, Jeunesse never did publicity, advertising, marketing. The only thing we do is word of mouth advertising, nothing else. And the only company ever doing $1 billion in turnover in direct sales that quick. If you just look at the numbers, Jeunesse right now they're cracking records all over the place. Like, as I said, Wendy Lewis got nominated twice as most influential woman in direct sales. Jeunesse is ranked as the fastest growing DSA company on the Inc. 500 list. Means like from more than 70,000 companies, Jeunesse is nominated as the fastest growing companies of all of these companies, but they're the only direct sales company. Over billions in sales revenue 2015, DSN ranking number 18 of all companies in direct sales. And we can go and on and on and on and on. It's just crazy what Jeunesse is doing right now. So let's dive into where's Jeunesse located. It's located mainly, our headquarters is in Florida, Orlando, so near Heathrow, as you can see. So it's for real. The name is Heathrow where they are, but obviously it's Heathrow in the US, in the sunshine state of Florida. Just look at the weather. So you never have that kind of weather in Heathrow, England, for sure. So then we have Draper, Utah, where's a second office. So it was founded in 2009 by the people you've just seen. And what Jeunesse actually does, and that's so interesting. Jeunesse is not a research company. Just by the history of what I told you right now about the discovery of stem cells and how they started because of the product, they decided, let's just work with products which are already there. Let's work with products and scientists and professionals who created products already. We just offer them the whole platform of distribution. And so right now we have a system, what's called the YES system. YES stands for Youth Enhancement System. So everything we do is working on your health and on your youth, all right? So let's go to the products right quick. And as I just mentioned, the products are not directly from Jeunesse. We have that amazing scientists behind it. We have a scientific advisory board, and I already introduced you to Nathan Newman, and who's a leader in stem cell technology. We have Dr. Vincent Giampapa, who got nominated twice for a Nobel Prize, lately in 2014, who developed 2 products for us. Then we have Dr. William Amzalek, who's actually, I would say, one of the most powerful people in youth and enhancement. If you look for him, he recently wrote a new book, which is all about how you can enlarge your life. It's crazy. And then we have Dr. Donna Antar, who is an ex-professional athlete, and she's all involved in products what have to do with nutrition and sports. So let's start right quick with the Luminesse, and everything started with the serum, but now we have a whole line around it, but everything is based on growth factors. And I would like to show you a quick video because that's the easiest way to explain how the products work and why they work that good.
Aging. This is a topic that literally affects everyone. But what if there was a revolutionary solution? The answer? Stem cells.
Stem cells are basically our fountain of youth. This is what maintains our body's reparative, regenerative abilities. As we age, every cell breaks down and needs to be replaced, and what replaces it is the stem cells.
By using stem cells, a company has developed a special growth factor complex that heals our cells and slows down the appearance of the aging process. The process begins with the search for the best stem cells in the human body. The stem cells are found within the body's fat layer. By using a sterile and specialized syringe, doctors extract a mixture of fatty tissue and a group of healthy stem cells. Laboratory technicians then separate the stem and fat cells by using a centrifuge system. From here, the stem cells are placed in a petri dish and given food they need to grow. As the cells grow, they multiply quickly, filling in any gaps or holes. This is very similar to how the body heals wounds. During this phase, the stem cells release a chemical signal, or what is called a growth factor. Growth factors are the cell's language. This is how thousands of cells communicate, enabling each other to do one vital function: repair and regenerate tissue in the body. Growth factors are the critical ingredient used in a revolutionary youth-enhancing system developed by a global leader in this technology. The company is Jeunesse. The state-of-the-art product is Luminesse.
Stem cell technology is very important to medicine and to the cosmetic industry because it's allowing us to deliver to the body exactly the same growth factors, the same signals that it needs to repair and regenerate the tissues.
When Luminesse is applied to your skin, it's like the same process that the stem cells go through in the petri dish. Growth factors in the Luminesse products talk to your body's cells. The result? A healthier, much younger, better looking you.
Wouldn't it?
So that's the whole line of Luminous, and I couldn't explain it better. So it's all about the growth factors, which means that you actually have the same or an equal result as in wound healing. And we have amazing pictures, and I brought you some testimonials of us. So these are clients of us who use the product for different times. So you see the lady on the top, so her skin completely changed, and it's just the whole Luminous series. Then also we have, if you look at the lower back, so in your neck and your hands, that's actually the spots where you can see age all the time. You can have treatments in your face. You can use Botox. You can have surgeries, whatever, liftings, but you never can do it with your neck and with your hands. Growth factors work everywhere, even on your legs. These are some pictures of clients of us as well. So at the top left, we have Nicoletta. She's actually from Stuttgart, Germany, or near Stuttgart, and she had a very active acne. And that one went away after 10 weeks, and she tried everything. That were her words. She said, I tried everything before, and I didn't believe that anything will help. And the Luminous series actually helped her out. Then on the lower bottom, on the lower left, that's a good friend of mine, actually, from Frankfurt. Her name is Breda. And Breda, she had neurodermitis on her elbow, like in the side. And that one also went away and never came back. It's crazy. Because again, it's like a wound healing. Your skin repairs itself, and the list goes on and on and on and on. We have so many testimonials, and which is quite good because we are no doctors, we are no pharmacists, we're not allowed to do health claims, and we don't do. But we have a lot of experiences, a lot of testimonials we always can give. So if someone says, "Hey, I have this or that problem with my skin. Do you know anyone who had something similar?" We always can connect people. They can show the results. They can say exactly what they did and what kind of products they used. And in a lot of cases, in most of the cases, it helps. And that's just amazing. But apart from that, your skin just looks better. Your skin just gets more shiny, like it looks fresher, looks younger, feels better, gets more tension. Amazing results. So next product is instantly ageless. And as the name says, instantly, we live in times where everything has to be instant. Instant message, instant coffee. So Jeunesse thought, why don't we do a product what makes you instantly ageless? And let's watch a quick video what that means.
What you want to do is twist off the top. You want to squirt out a very small amount, flip the lid over, and reseal it. So you can use this file 2 or 3 more times. Is tap a very, very thin layer. I'm just tapping a very thin layer on her skin, but you want to leave it about 10 or 15% damp on the skin. Do not rub it all the way in because the product works as it's drying. So you want it to allow it to do this.
Okay, I'm going to start a timer. I can't see the...
Now, you haven't seen anything yet.
You can use Instantly Ageless before or after your makeup. First of all, you want to do all your preventative maintenance and all the good stuff first.
Is it working?
Working.
How long has it been? What do you see? What are you thinking?
So that's the product, Instantly Ageless. And as you could see, so it really works instantly. And we have some pictures here. These are people we personally added the product to. So you see, for example, the lady on the bottom left, like with gray hair, that was a client of mine, and we only applied it underneath the eyes, and she looks like 10, 15 years younger. It's crazy. So the product, if you apply it, the effect holds like 6 to 9 hours, and you can apply it as often as you want. It's a natural product, and it also has a long-term effect. And the results speak for themselves, I would say. So next product, Reserve, that's a supplement, a nutrient supplement. And basically you can say it's an antioxidant support, because what's inside? We have the acai berry, we have aloe vera, we have a lot of exotic fruits, but what's the most important ingredient is called resveratrol. And resveratrol you find in wine, an example. That's why some doctors say a glass of wine a day is good for your health. And if you want to know more about the power of Reserve, I would suggest that you Google Dr. David Sinclair from Harvard University, because that doctor, he had 2 TED Talks about resveratrol. That's like his main object of studying is resveratrol. And he explains how resveratrol activates a certain sequence of genes, which are called the sirtuin genes. And these genes are responsible mainly for increasing your immunity system, to increase your concentration, to increase your energy level, and they make your cell live longer. And that's very interesting. They also clean your DNA from toxics. Just watch these videos. He has nothing to do with Jeunesse, but the power of Reserve is incredible, and we have amazing results with it, just regarding the points I've just said to you. And Reserve is the top seller in Jeunesse. So Jeunesse is selling 30 million sachets a month right now. So if you once use Reserve, you don't want to miss it. So you just use it all the time, just by the results it's give. In my specific case, I can tell that for the last 18 months, since I'm using Reserve, I wasn't sick once. Like, everyone is sick every once in a while, right? So the flu is going around or something. I was not. And that's just incredible, because I have nephews and nieces, and they always have something, bring it from the kindergarten. I'm always in rooms with like hundreds or thousands of people when I do speeches. I never got anything, not even on the airplane. And I fly a lot, you know, that typical airplane flu, right? So it's amazing. I would say it's all about, it's all because of Reserve. So next product is AMPM. AMPM got developed by Dr. Vincent Giampapa, and you've just heard he got nominated twice for a Nobel Prize, and lately in 2014. And what he did is, that one works in something what's called epigenetics. And again, it's about activating genes. You heard it with Reserve right now. Scientists found recently out that an orange, just by eating an orange, 300 different genes will be activated after you ate your orange. And that's crazy. So the whole science right now, they say epigenetics is the future, because nowadays we know what kind of ingredient activates what kind of gene. And Dr. Giampapa was traveling the world for almost 14 years to find exactly that out. So what kind of genes you need to activate in case of anti-aging, in case of energy, in case of biorhythm. So what does your body need specifically? And he found it out. And all of these ingredients, that's just PM. So you have a little lid here. So if you peel that off, so these are all the ingredients you only have in one of these tablets, okay? It's more than 97. 20% of them are vitamins, minerals, secondary plant-based products, but 80% are nutrients. And it's a very powerful product, especially for people who have problems with sleep, because PM helps you to relax, to calm down, to recover, to repair, and AM gives you the energy for your day. So you just get all the nutrients your body needs. You don't need any other supplementation if you take AM, PM, regarding like all the tablets we have at home, right? So great product, my favorite product. And also it's great, it's what I found out for jet lag, because it brings you very quickly to the correct biorhythm. So next one is Finity. And Finity is a product we, again, I have to say the word again, Nobel Prize technology. And this one is based on Nobel Prize, which was given 2009 to Elizabeth Blackburn for discovering something what's called a telomere. Let's watch a quick video.
Nobel Prize-winning research uncovers a fundamental cause of aging. The answer cannot be seen by the human eye and is something called a telomere. Telomeres are made of repetitive DNA sequences that become the protective caps or ends of our chromosomes. Their duty is to protect our DNA. When we are born, our telomeres are long, but as time goes on, they begin to shorten. So short, in fact, that our telomeres fray, similar to the end of a shoelace, and our journey called cellular aging begins. When telomeres become too short, our cells can no longer carry out their critical functions. Cells start to self-destruct and eventually die. Scientists call this apoptosis. Cells dying is one thing, but when cells simply stop functioning, they can spew out dangerous free radicals and inflammatory molecules that essentially damage the nearby cells. So, how do we battle this process we call cellular aging? A nutrient has been shown to naturally enhance the enzyme needed to lengthen short telomeres, thereby adding healthy life to our cells. Thousands of studies show the connection between short telomeres and the natural process of cellular aging. What's more fascinating is that this is the only substance known that can perform this in the history of all mankind. Prepare for the future. Cellular aging ends here. Youth enhancement technology exclusive to Jeunesse.
So that one looks like a little bit like the trailer of Star Wars 8 is top-notch technology. And nowadays we know that there's an enzyme which is called the telomerase. And if we could activate that enzyme, our telomeres would repair or would get repaired. And the product, actually what's Infinity, it's called TA65. It's a patented product. What gets produced by the company TA Science. They own the patent, and Jeunesse is the only company worldwide who has the exclusive rights to sell that in direct sales. Incredible product, incredible results. And that's actually not anti-aging, that's reverse aging, if you would like to find a word for it. So next one is Zen Body. Zen Body is an amazing product for weight management. It's a huge market. I mean, weight management, I'm out of the fitness industry. I know how big that market is, but I was always looking for products who really work. And the science behind Zen Body is incredible. On the first view, you would say, okay, it looks like a protein shake. Yes, it is a protein shake on one hand, like the Zen Pro, but there's so many probiotics in there. There's such a special, it's a special protein complex of plant-based proteins and also with whey proteins. We have the shape. The shape is actually a capsule which works on a special hormone. That hormone is called the leptin. And leptin is responsible to give your brain the signal that you're saturated, that you don't need to eat anymore. But for most people, if you have, let's give you an example. Let's say that's your leptin, okay? Your leptin gets out and it goes into your brain and says, saturated, you don't need to eat anymore. All right, so you got enough food. But what happens, we have something what's called C-reactive proteins in our body. And by time, by age, by overweight, these C-reactive proteins, they connect to leptin. So when leptin now wants to move up, it cannot pass, it cannot go into your brain because here's like a border, okay? Like the, it's called like the blood-brain border. Yeah? So it cannot go through, so it never reaches your brain and you never get the signal that you're saturated. And that's one of the reasons why so many people are overweight. And there's a product inside, it's based on African mango, which sets your leptin free again. Amazing results with it. And ZenFit is amino acids, like the most tasty amino acids I've ever had, watermelon and fruit punch. Amazing, just to stabilize your the pool of amino acids, the pool of let's say like the smallest portion of proteins to explain it easily, okay? So to keep that pool up to protect your muscles when you're dieting. So the main focus here is not losing weight. The main focus is losing inches, all right? So the last product in the line is Nevo, and Nevo is a healthy energy drink. And I love that product. It's so tasty and it's also so healthy. That's the cool thing about it. So if you ever go on the ultra route and you pass by a gas station, just go inside and look at the refrigerator. So what you see is 2/3 of that is all about energy drinks. It's all about wake up drinks. So that's a huge market. But all of these, or most of these, are not very healthy because they're made of actually 3 ingredients. First of it is sugar. Second of it is water. Third of it is some color. And oh, forgot the fourth one is marketing. Okay. So, and then they got sold very expensive, but they're not very healthy at all. And Nivo is based on fruit juice. So we have 4 different tastes. Apart from these 2 you can see here, peach, mango, lemon, ginger. We have acai grapes, and we also have wild berry, which is my favorite flavor. And there's no added sugar or no artificial sugar. There's cane sugar is added, yes, but very little, just for the taste. And then you have no artificial caffeine. You don't have taurine. You don't have any chemical stuff in there. And I would rather say it's not an energy drink. It's more like it's more like an anti-tiredness drink. So because what happens is you keep your concentration level up. So I use it when I drive car, because sometimes I drive long distance. So I take a Nivo, I can drive for 4 hours without having a break. If I don't, I have to do a break like each 2 hours for sure, because I get so tired. So with that one, your concentration just keeps up. Amazing product. So if you just watch at the whole range of products we have, it's not a lot, it's 7 right now. And I would like to ask you 5 questions just to make sure if you're good for the business and if the business is good for you. So question number 1, do you know anyone who has wrinkles or eye bags? Do you know anyone who likes to use cosmetic products, who likes to use products that have an effect? Do you know anyone who sleeps bad, has low energy? Do you know anyone who likes to lose weight or do something for weight management? Do you know anyone who drinks energy drinks? If you answer 3 of these 5 questions with yes, welcome at Jeunesse. So that's your market, because you already have people in your mind who are saying, hey, that person would love that kind of product. And that's how we work. And now let's dive into it, how network marketing and how Jeunesse actually works. And I would like to start with a question. Have you ever wondered what's possible? What do I mean by that? So for me, in my life before I learned about network marketing, and I never knew what is it about system and leverage. I talked about it, system and leverage. These are the 2 major things you need if you want to build a business. And if you have both of that, then you don't get paid on your time anymore. What automatically means that you have more time for yourself and you can do whatever you want. You may have heard of John Paul Getty. Now, the Gettys is one of the most influential families. And he said in one of his first books, he said, I prefer to earn 1% of the effort of 100 people than 100% of my own efforts. What makes a lot of sense, because that's actually leverage. And then once I heard an interview with a very famous billionaire, and he got asked, and he said, hey, one question. There are people on that planet who have a lot of time and a lot of money. And also there are people who have a lot of time but no money. And there are a lot of people who have a lot of money but no time. And there are a lot of people who have no time and no money. So what's the difference with these people at the top who have time and money? And he said, system and leverage again. So what is it all about? It is all about that you create a business what gives you time freedom. And if we talk about financial freedom, just let me clarify that, because I don't want to just throw words in here. Maybe you've heard of T. Harv Eker. T. Harv Eker is one of the biggest financial coaches worldwide. And T. Harv Eker once said, financial freedom is the ability to live the life you want without having to work for it or being dependent on a third person or a third party. So if you could, let's just say if you take the money you're making right now in your business, in your job, whatever it is, and you would exactly create the same income without having to work for it anymore, then you would be financial free. And that's what I was thinking about when I heard about network marketing. Is it actually possible? I wondered what's actually possible in network marketing. And let me walk you through how it works and what could be possible for you if you really take it serious and learn how to use the business as a leverage, as a vehicle, and if you become a pro in network marketing. So the most trusted form of marketing is word of mouth, period. And let's just go through how network marketing works. And I would like to ask you a question. How many of you would actually pay 70 pounds for a kilo of coffee? 70 pounds for a kilo of coffee. Just imagine, like everyone says, no, I would never pay that much for a kilo of coffee. Too crazy. I don't know how many of you drink Nespresso, you know, the one from George Clooney, yeah, Nescafe, Nespresso. That's like 70 pounds a kilo, but people don't know this. Why? Because we have something what's called marketing, and it's so crazy. I mean, look, traditional marketing, how does it work? So they have a normal coffee, which may be good coffee, whatever, and they think like, okay, how can we make the most of it? Can we make it the most profitable? Perfect. We make little pallets, we press it in there, and we sell one for like 30 cents, okay? Pennies or whatever. So well, how much is it? Like, I don't know, in pounds, I'm sorry, in dollars, let's say in dollars, okay? That's easier for me to calculate. Let's say like 40 cents for a pallet, right? Like the little thing. So, and if you calculate that up, it's $90 actually a kilo. So, and then they think like, how can we sell that? We need marketing. So let's talk to George Clooney. And George Clooney alone got 40 million just for saying that he drinks Nespresso all the day. Then they made that big marketing campaign out with that little office-like things when you go in the mall and you see like all that Nespresso things, like, you know what I mean, in that storage. It's incredible when you go in there. So they've created a brand around it. And that's classical marketing. But let's now talk about network marketing. How does that one work? We don't need George Clooney's. We don't need a cheap product and selling it very expensive to make it like look more, it's more quality. We have high quality products which only sell over one thing, word of mouth advertising. And every one of you already has done network marketing. You're doing it right now, but you don't get paid for it. That's the truth. And I want to give you an example. Let's say you go to the movies and you love the movie. You go home, you tell people about the movie. Hey, you have to see that movie. It was incredible. So these people go to the movie too, and they will send other people. And at the end of the month, the owner of the movie center, of the movie theater, he comes to you and says, hey, thank you, because of you, only this month, just of your recommendation and the recommendation of the recommendation, I made about 750 pounds this month. Here's 250 for you. It won't happen. Network marketing does exactly that. Network marketing says, perfect. Doesn't matter to how many people you talk. You do our marketing. You do our advertising. We pay you for that. And we don't pay you once. We don't pay you twice. We pay you forever if you do it correctly. And we pay you on everything what we count as a result of your efforts. And we have a pay plan for that. And I would like to go quickly through the 6 ways of income, the 6 ways to earn with Jeunesse. So number 1, pretty easy, retail profit. So let's just say we work with a serum, and I have it here in dollars. It's an American presentation. So let's say you purchase as wholesale and you sell at retail. So let's go for the serum. You pay like 83 for the serum if you buy it in, and the suggested retail is 134.95. So you make $51 if you sell it. How can you sell it? You can sell it just over the counter. The counter in that case is your living room, because you invite people to your home, you present the products, they buy it. You can make an extra income with that. And let's say you sell like 10 serums a month, you do like 2 home parties. That's like $500 extra money, just as part-time, okay? Pretty interesting. So, but you also get a website, and you can sell products over your website. So you're in the UK, you're in Florida, you're in Italy, you're wherever you are, and you know someone in China. So that person goes on your website, boom, switches to Chinese, and they order the product, they get it delivered, you get paid in that country, wherever you are, right in the next week, because Jeunesse pays weekly. Second thing is you can have products for free. If you find 2 people and you sign them up as what we call preferred customer, a preferred customer is a person who actually gets 25% off. It's your personal VIP customer. So you find 2 of them. If you find 2 of them, Jeunesse says, thank you. Here's twice the serum for you for free as a gift because you just created 2 new customers. But we also give you $50 on top. How crazy is that? Just by creating customers, Jeunesse pays you and gives you also products for free. So next one is, what happens if you want to build a network? Because we talked in the beginning about system and leverage. So here's a whole system in place. Let's talk about the leverage now. So the next bonus is the NCA, so the new customer acquisition bonus. How does it work? So always when you enroll someone who gets a license to build their own business, Jeunesse says, thank you, you just won another multiplier for us. We don't have to do the marketing again, you do it for us. So you found a multiplier, we pay you. And depending on the package size, so we have different packages, but if you don't like a package, you can order whatever you want to start with Jeunesse. So depending on the package size, you get a bonus between $25 and actually it's $300 in total because we have another package. So between $25 and $300, you get paid right away the next week if you enroll someone. Let's walk through it right quick, how it works. And we also talk about the third way of income, which is the team commissions. So you start. First thing you do, you find some clients. Clients are always the base. If we don't have clients, it's pretty hard to make volume, right? So because we get paid on sales. So build some clients, 2 to 5, that's enough. Just if you want more, you can do as many as you want, of course, but in average, 2 to 5 is great. So then we have a system which is called a binary system. So we have 2 sides. We have a left side and a right side. And let's say one of your clients is so interested in the product, he says, hey, can I do that as well? Can I earn some money as well? Can I do the business with you? Of course you can. So you enroll Frank. Frank gets an ambassador package. The ambassador package is about, I think, it's about $1,000 in the US. It's about 700 something pounds in the UK. Yeah. So I'm not 100% sure what's the prices because we're, like I said, in 156 countries. I can tell you in euros exactly, but that's roundabout. So it moves up 500 CV in volume. CV means commissionable volume. You see that little number above the name of Frank, 500. So what does it mean? So each product we have all over the world has the same amount of points. Why is that? Because if you buy products in pounds, if I buy products in euros, if a friend of mine buys products in yen in China, the company pays you in your currency. So just to make sure that the payout is always fair, each product has the same amount of points all over the world. All right. So the whole package, what Frank is buying, has 500 points. Then you enroll Julia on your right side, and she enrolls with a package worth of products, 300 points. So Frank immediately continues. He says, okay, that's crazy. That's so easy. I know 2 people. I know how, if you know 2 people, but everyone knows. So he enrolls Paul and Toby, and Paul and Toby start with 300 points as well. So as you can see, the little gray names, so Frank and Julia, you enrolled them. You are already earned 250 for Frank. You already earned for Julia $100 just for enrolling them. So Jeunesse says, thank you for finding a multiplier. Here's your first bonus. So, and then when the week ends, Jeunesse looks how much volume was created in your team. So they look to your left and they see, okay, there 1,100 CV were just created by your whole team. And on the other side, we have 300. And then they pay you a share. The share is called a cycle. So always when one side makes 600 points, CV, the other side makes 300 points, Jeunesse says, thank you. You just created 900 points worth of volume in depth. We pay you 35 as a share. Pretty fair. Let's see how it works. So Jeunesse takes 600 points from the 1,100, 500 left. On the other side, they take 300 of the 300, 0 points left. So you just got another share. So you got 35 additionally to the rest. So Julia continues and she enrolls Mark. And you have a third person you want to enroll. but you only have 2 legs. So where will you put her? And that's the coolest part now. You actually enroll her underneath your existing team. So you will put Tina now underneath Julia, and you would support Julia right now, even with her volume. So you enroll Tina with 1,000 CV pack, Julia enrolls Mark. So we have another 1,300 on the right now, and we have 500 left still from the previous week on our left side. So right now, how does it work? Jeunesse says, hey, we can pay again 35 because we can deduct 600 from the right side, 300 from the left side, 700 rest on the right, 200 rest on the left. Perfect. Another 35. The interesting part here is right now we only talked about enrollment, so new people coming in, getting their packages. But what about all their clients? We didn't calculate them yet because they have clients. The clients love the products. They order them again because we have products which after a month, your cream is empty. After a month, your reserve is empty. If you like it, you reorder. And if you just look at the volume, at the increasement of Jeunesse within the last 6 years, you see that people love the product and they stay with the product for sure. I do, for sure. I love the products. All right, so how much can you make just by that bonus? Jeunesse pays up to 750 times $35 per week. That means in total, you can earn just on that bonus 26,250 USD per week on the team commissions. And then we have a cap because obviously there's a mathematic behind it so that the company always earns some money as well, that all the people can be paid, which are in that chain, in that network. So that's why we have a cap over here. But if you make more, you don't lose that. You just get paid next week. All right. So that means like 105,000 in total you can earn per month just on that bonus. There's another bonus, what's called a matching bonus. So you even get paid on your people. So if someone of you makes, if some partner of you is making, let's say like $1,000 in team commissions, Jeunesse pays you 20%. That's the next bonus. It's bonus number 4. So Jeunesse pays you 20% on your first lines. Everyone you bring into the business, Jeunesse says, hey, cool, you help that person out to build and you help that person out to make money. Here's your part of it, because without you, we wouldn't know that person, but your responsibility was anyway helping that person. So they make 1,000, you make 200. They make 2,000, you make 400. So Jeunesse pays you on making people successful. And that's like what I love most in network marketing. And here you see our career ladder, if you want so. And as you can see, just look on Sapphire. That's the sixth rank here, Sapphire Executive. And there you have 3 little numbers below, 20, 15, and 10. So you can see if you climb the ladder of success in Jeunesse, you get paid more. So in that case, you get paid on 3 levels already. We had Frank. We had Tina. Okay, you enrolled Frank. Frank enrolled Toby. So you get 20% on Frank, 15% on Toby. Toby enrolls Peter, which is, from your point of view, 3rd level. You get 10% on him. So I mean, imagine you enroll someone and that person gets very good and actually surpasses you, gets better than you. Doesn't matter. You get 20% anyways. And that's what I love about network marketing. It's all about help other people becoming successful and you get your share as well. And so you can actually increase that one. That's called the customer acquisition incentive. So you can increase that one, that 20%, up to 30% if you enroll more people. If you enroll more than 10 people, you get 30% for sure. And the last one is the diamond bonus pool. That's for all the people who think big, as I did when I heard about network marketing. That one is actually, you get a share of the whole company turnover worldwide. And it works like that. 3%, they put 3% in a little pot each quarter and from the worldwide revenue, and they share that between all the people who have the rank diamond or above. And if we just calculate last year, we made 1.4 billion in total. So if you take 3% of that, that's like 42 million. And it's not calculated in dollars, it's calculated in CV. So let's say maybe, I don't know, 30 plus million, but 30 plus million got divided between all the diamonds and above. And right now we have 260 people on that rank of a diamond or higher already after 7 years, which is quite crazy. Because to become a diamond, at least you need to make 1,000 cycles a month, which is $35. You have an income anyways, or in commission, sorry, in commissions anyways, plus matching bonus and everything. As a diamond, you make decent money. So that's pretty good. And then you get the bonus pool on top. So that's for all the people who think big, all right? So then we have lifestyle rewards. So we travel a lot. We love to travel. We love to have fun. And the next travel will be in May, and we will go to, I think I have a quick video for you. Let's check the video. So es wird gehen, it will go to Cancun, Mexico. I almost spoke German right now because I just answered the question on my WhatsApp. So we will go to Cancun, Mexico all together. And why am I showing that to you? Because there's a possibility that you can qualify this month, that month in February we have right now, you can qualify for Cancun and go with us. And it will be a lot of fun. I can promise you that. And the cool thing about the travel incentives actually is exactly that you can qualify even if you just start. So it's not related to ranks, it's just related to your efforts and what you do. And we have a great strategy this specific month because we have some great product packages and great offers right now which really leverage or have the possibility to leverage your possibilities to come with us to that amazing journey. So please speak to the person who invited you for that webinar to find out more about the packages, to find out more about the Cancun travel, and obviously also for all the questions you have regarding the business and the products. So what's to do now? So first of all, choose your package. So choose your package, speak to the person who invited you, go through the packages we have, and ask for the ultimate package, which makes it possible for you to qualify that month. Next thing is join your authorship program. So our authorship program is an automatic delivery program. And so why we need that for? We need that for because what we want to do is we want to have a stable business. Amazon is using it right now. If you order coffee, if you order protein shakes, you can just say, hey, please deliver an authorship. I want to have it each month because I need it anyways. So when it's empty, it's there back again for you. So you don't have to think of it. And think what that means for your business. If you have a lot of people running on authorship, you don't have to care anymore for volume. People are happy because they get their products when they're empty. It's a win-win situation. Step number 3, start using the products. You need to use the products. Make your own testimony because nothing is stronger than when people see you and they see your change and ask you, what have you done? Listen, I have some great products. You can talk about it. That's all about word of mouth advertising. Step number 4, share the Jeunesse products and opportunities. Speak to people about it. That's what we get paid for. Speak to people about the Jeunesse products. Show them, let them sample the products, let them taste, and also look for people you want to have in your business to build that business. And step number 5, start anew tomorrow. Why is that so powerful? Because as I said in the beginning, we're just getting started. So UK is untouched. Even North America is just in the beginning. All over Europe is just in the beginning. From that 1.4 billion in turnover last year, I would say like at minimum like 60% was made in Asia. And I don't know how much in China alone. It's crazy. So, but Jeunesse is focusing on the European market right now. Jeunesse is focusing even on the North American market right now. These are the places they want to build. And we have all the support. We have meetings in place. We have a big meeting coming out in Amsterdam, which is a convention. And Jeunesse is looking for the right people right now. We are looking for the right people, for the right leaders who want to have a piece of the cake right now, because it's all about market share, nothing else. Right now, it's about market share. And the plan of Jeunesse, and that's everything they said so far, they did. And the plan is to become the #1 company in the whole market, #1 company in the world in direct sales. And that's a chance of a lifetime, being in that early phase of a company that big already. And yeah, I'm looking forward for the next 5 to 10 years. And hopefully we will go that way together. So I would say, just take your decision. Whatever question you have, just call the person who invited you for that webinar. And I'm looking forward meeting you in person one day on our next tour in the UK, next tour through North America, because we have people from all over the world over here on here today. So it was a pleasure. It was a lot of fun. See you next time, and bye.